Hey y'all, I am Samantha Pate and welcome back to Homesteadish Nc. We're so glad that you are here. I did say in the very first video that I wouldn't be making a lot of content in the van, but apparently this is a great place to work. So I have gotten a lot of questions from a lot of different people, and since the weather, didn't play in my favor this week. I didn't get a chance to do what I wanted to do, and so I figured while my kids are in the house asleep and I'm fresh out of the shower, that I could go ahead and answer some of those questions, and that could be our video for this week. So I'm really excited that you guys are here, and I hope that you will keep coming back and stay in tune to what all we have going on. And so one of the questions is, well, who are you? And I guess that question pertains to who am I and who my family is, maybe. So to answer that question, I am Samantha Pate. I am nobody special. I'm a daughter and a wife to my wonderful husband Darren, and I am a mother to two awesome little boys, and I am a sister to two really cool brothers. There's not a whole lot to know about me. I'm 30 years old. I grew up in North Carolina and have a really big passion for supporting local, and I constantly love learning different things about nature and about homesteading and about gardening, and I'm constantly learning something new. I don't claim to know it all, but I just think that this is an amazing journey, and I think that that's really cool. One thing that you will see about me is that my faith in Jesus is really, really important to me. Actually, it's not just really important to me, it's the number one thing in my life. It even goes above my family, and you will see that in some of my content that I post, just because, well, that's who I am, and I cannot have a vlog about my family without incorporating the one thing that's most important in our lives. So my family, my husband Darren, he is just so awesome and so supportive, and he'll be on some of the videos, but I'll probably be the main face of most of our videos. And then, of course, the boys are Garrett and Grayson, and Garrett is 4. He'll be 5 soon. And then Grayson, he is 2, and he just turned 2. So they are full of energy, and they love to be outside, and they love to just be in the garden with me. They like learning different things. Garrett absolutely loves being in the kitchen with me, and I'm hoping to be able to show you some of that on video, because he is just like, that kid makes a biscuit better than I've ever seen any adult do. He is absolutely fantastic at making biscuits. So I'm hoping to show that at some point. I think he's just really good with that kind of thing, and he gets really excited about it. This year, however, he has gotten really into growing tomatoes. That has been his thing this year. Is every day when he gets up, he's like, can we go outside? Can we check the garden? Can we check on our tomatoes? Let's take a look and see what we got going on. Can I pick some? He's really into that this year, and that's so exciting for me, because I absolutely love being out there with them, and I want them to love those things, but I don't force it on them. So the fact that they're out there with me and they're loving that time, I think is just really cool. So that's a little bit about who we are. My husband also is from North Carolina, grew up in North Carolina, and we are still living in North Carolina. However, we would love to travel to other states and learn different homestead skills and things like that from other people who we look up to. But that's traveling. Our home will forever be in North Carolina. So I've had a lot of people ask me, what is Homesteadish NC? So I wanted to do this, and ever since I was a little girl, I have always wanted a farm. I have always wanted chickens and dogs and cats, and even at one point I dreamt of having cows. I've kind of stepped back from that dream quite a bit, but I've loved the idea of dairy goats. I loved the idea of raising my own pigs and things like that. But in my current, I don't want to say situation because it's not a situation. I am so blessed to be where I am and what I'm doing. But currently we don't have what I would consider an actual like homestead. We do garden a lot, and we do a lot of canning and preserving and making bread and just learning different skills. And I think now, while we're at a point in our life where we don't have, the extra responsibilities, now is the time to learn those skills so that we are more comfortable when we decide to actually take a leap like that, which I don't know that we ever will. I'm listening to what God's calling me to do in my life, and even though my dream is to have a farm, and if I pray that one day God allows for that, but I'm content with where I am because I know that God has put me here, and I know that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I love where I am. So Homesteadish NC is we really just wanted a way to, one, learn skills and show people things that we're learning, so beginner level stuff, and then two, it's super important to me to learn about the land and learn about what grows on our property and what grows in our gardens, and just learn about the importance of soil and compost and all of those things. And then also, I think it's so important to support local, and I think that some people struggle with knowing what businesses are out there, just because word of mouth should be even better because of social media. But I feel like so many people use the social media platforms to talk negativity and things like that, and I wanted a place of positivity, a place of just reaching out and letting people know about different businesses and different farms and homesteads and different ways that they could support those particular ventures. And I thought, how cool would it be to be able to offer that? And then another aspect of Homesteadish NC is we have like the spiritual side of things, because I think with gardening and that kind of stuff, it all comes back to the land and to the Creator, and to, it all points to Jesus and to God. And so I thought, well, how cool would it be to be able to have, a podcast and have different ways that we can speak life and speak truth and just tell people about God. And this was a really cool way for me to be able to do that, because if you meet me in person, I'm very quiet until you get to know me. I would like to think that I'm fairly nice, although some people might disagree, because I guess it depends on who you are. And but for the most part, I try to be kind to every single person I meet, but most of the time I just stand back and I'm very quiet and I'm reserved, and I just observe people, and I don't really jump out there and start talking. I consider myself one of the most introverted people person. Yeah, there we go. I'm an introverted people person. And so I love people, and I do love a good conversation, but I choose very wisely who I open my mouth and speak to. And so if I talk to you, then that's a positive thing about you, because I feel that there's a conversation worthy. So yeah, I don't know, this whole platform just became a way that someone as quiet as me I can just share my heart and share how I feel about things, and just kind of vlog it and talk to you. And if you want to listen, then that is amazing, but if you don't, then I didn't know that you weren't going to listen to begin with. So, it's really cool to be able to do this. I hope that answered y'all's question about I guess the best answer would be what Homesteadish NC is to me is it's my classroom phase of life, and that I think it's so important to constantly just grow as you go and get better and do better. And I'm not talking just gardening and things like that. I'm talking in my relationships with people, and my relationship with Christ, and in just every aspect of my life. I want to grow. And I thought that this would be a really cool experience to be able to document that, as well as to kind of share this journey, so that maybe while I'm growing, you can be learning some of the things that I'm learning, and it'll help you along the way. I just want to bring light. I want to encourage people. I want to lift people up. I want positivity to be something that, people get more accustomed to, because I feel like we are so used to hearing negativity all the time, and it hurts my heart to see so much negative in the world. And I just want to shine a light for everybody. And so what do we have to offer? That was one of the questions that I got asked, and I'm assuming that's what all do we have going on. If I'm wrong, correct me on that. But so on Sundays, nothing. We have nothing going on. We would like to invite you to go to a church, enjoy your time with your family, all of those things. We do not post or do anything on Sunday. So if you comment to something and it's on a Sunday and I don't respond back, that's why. I'm sorry. But I try, and I'm trying to get really better about that, because sometimes if my phone does go off, I will answer it. But I'm trying to get better about on Sundays, I just completely turn everything off. So Mondays, though, is Motivational Monday, and that is a devotional that is on our website. So you can go to www.homesteadishnc.com, and that is our website, and everything that I'm about to tell you is on that website. So if you go to our website, you can click the devotional tab on Mondays, and a new devotional comes up every Monday. And that's just it's a fairly short devotional. It's just something to ponder, something to think about, something to just kind of either help you kick off your week, or if you don't get to it until the middle of the week, maybe it'll help recharge you or help you close out your week if you don't get to it till the end of the week. But every Monday that updates to a new one. So definitely go check that out. I think that's probably one of the favorite things that I'm doing right now, is just because it's important, so that you can dive into God's Word and kind of gain some encouragement throughout the week. And I think that that's a really awesome thing to do. So definitely on Mondays, go check that out. On Tuesdays, we offer something called Tip Tuesday, and that is where we tip you off to a local being North Carolina, business. And we tell you all about it and what they have going on and how you can find them. And so if you are someone who's like, oh, I would like to find out more about that, or I'd like to nominate someone to be on Tip Tuesday, you can go to our website, and there is actually a nominations page. If you go to the nominations page, there are 2 different nomination forms. Fill out the one for business if you want to either nominate your business so that we can get it out there, or you can nominate a business that you really love that's a local business for the state of North Carolina. So definitely check that out. Thank you for those that have already sent in nominations. I promise you, if you submit one, it's going to be viewed on our page on Tuesdays. So just stay tuned until yours goes through. So definitely check that out. Wednesdays, we offer our blog, and our blog post is something different every week, but basically sometimes it'll be like a homestead skill or a garden tip or a recipe and us getting in the kitchen and making something together, or it might be something just encouraging. It's usually whatever's on my heart or whatever I'm thinking a lot about, but I think that the blog is a pretty cool one to stay tuned to, especially if you would rather read than watch a video. That's definitely for you. And then Thursdays, oh you guys, I am so excited about what we have going on Thursdays. So Thursdays, we have our podcast. It is Spiritual Gardening, and we will have it every Thursday. A new episode will air. So this past Thursday, the 11th, was our very first podcast episode. I was very nervous about it because I knew that after you submit your first episode, you can then apply to, like, you can submit it to Spotify and iHeartRadio, Audible, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, all of those, and then you can hopefully get approved and you'll be available on those and iHeartRadio, all of those platforms. And so I submitted the very first one, and I went ahead and submitted my applications to be approved on the other platforms. And when I woke up this morning, I had been approved for 2 of the ones that I was really hoping for, and that is Spotify and iHeartRadio. So definitely when we have a podcast that comes out, you can check us out on Spotify, you can check us out on Spreaker, you can check us out on iHeartRadio, and I will update y'all as we become available on the other platforms. Some of those I may not be approved for because it is Christian content, and it's a different side of things, you know, rather than talking about gardening and homesteading and that kind of thing. Spiritual gardening, we are talking about all the times that the Bible references nature to help give us a depiction of how we should grow in our faith and how we should live as Christians. And I am just so excited about that journey, and I hope that you all listen in. Don't judge me too much because I'm still learning all of this. Believe it or not, even though I'm just recording, it still makes me nervous, but I am trying to get better about talking to a camera. It's actually more awkward than I ever thought it would be, but it's not as awkward as talking to people. So I am getting better. As the equipment and stuff gets better, I'm hoping that the content will also get a lot better. So just bear with us and stay along for the ride, because I think it's going to be a good one. Where was I? Thursdays is the podcast. So Friday is Farm Feature Friday, and basically what that is the same concept as Tuesday, but instead of businesses, we're doing farms and homesteads. So that nominations page I was telling you about on the website, you can actually click on that, and one of the forms up there, one of the 2 forms, is for farms and homesteads. If you are in the state of North Carolina and you have a farm or a homestead and you've got a lot going on and you want to get that word out there, please either nominate your own farm or homestead or nominate someone else that you support in the state of North Carolina. Definitely check that out and stay tuned on Farm Feature Fridays, because I am stoked about that. That to me is just so important to support local. So definitely stay tuned for that. And then Saturdays, you're viewing it right now. Saturdays are our vlog. It won't always be me sitting in the van talking to you guys, but occasionally it might be, because this is the best way for me to update you on everything that we have going on. And I will probably look like this most of the time when it comes down to it, because usually if I cannot record with the boys during the day, Like if we're going somewhere to do something, or if we're out in our garden or whatever, they will be in the video with me. But if I don't have them in the video with me and it's just like an update vlog, then they will be in their beds and I will be stuck in the van recording a video. So just be mindful of all of that. And basically I have been notified that y'all can't ring the notification bell and you can't leave comments in any of the videos that I post that have the boys in it. I'm really sorry about that. I don't know how to get around the rules, but from what I understand, legally I have to click that it's made for kids if my children are in the videos. I think that's how that goes. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me, because I would love for you guys to be able to make comments. I would love for everybody to be able to ring the notification bell. But on this video, you should be able to go down there, click that like button, click the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and share the video with your friends and family. That does mean a lot to us, and it helps us along on this journey. Yeah, so I have already talked y'all's ears off, and I'm gonna call it quits. But before I stop, I do want to say that this has been such a blessing. Life isn't always great, you know? I don't want to portray myself as like having this amazing life, which, don't get me wrong, my life is filled with blessings and beautiful people, and I'm so grateful. But I want to be transparent with you all. Life's not perfect. Life's not always easy. And, you know, especially like financial and stuff, it's a struggle. And I know that this may sound silly, but this is something that as a stay-at-home mom, I want to be heard. You know, I spend my entire day talking to toddlers, and I just want to be heard, and I want to be able to share my heart and just be myself and show you all who I am. And I don't know, it's been such a blessing already, and we're just very, very, very grateful for just the opportunity and the fact that you guys are even taking the time to listen to us. We're just an ordinary family, and we do ordinary stuff, and we're just living an ordinary life. But let me tell you guys, this ordinary life of ours is such a beautiful journey, and it is such a blessing to share it all with you guys. So anyways, y'all are gonna make me cry, so I'm gonna stop. But I sure hope that you guys will stick around and see just what all we have coming up and what all we have up our sleeve for the future. And before I go, I do want to say one last thing. You can actually go to our website, www.homesteadishnc.com, and right there on the homepage at the very bottom, there are different ways that you can support this channel and this cause and what we're trying to accomplish here. But one of those things is shop our merch, and if you click that button, it will take you to our t-shirts and stuff, and I'm hoping to get some stickers and cups, mugs, and bags and things like that also in our shop. But for right now, we do have different t-shirts. Check out our merch. Go ahead down to our website and give that a shot and check it out. And yeah, thank you guys for listening and checking in with us, and we hope that you have an amazing Saturday. Bye, you guys.